So we've been learning from Gary Vaynerchuk for almost 10 years now.
And not only do we know Gary, but we've had the honor of working with VaynerMedia and actually interviewed him right here on Video Influencers.
So in this video, we're gonna be sharing 3 of the most powerful social media tips that we've learned from Gary that have helped us massively increase our influence and income, and how they can help you too.
Coming up.
Hey, what's up? Sean here.
Benji here.
And this is Video Influencers, help you build your influence, income, and impact with online video.
And on this channel, we have weekly tips and trick videos, as well as interviews with some of the top influencers on this platform. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And we've got a signed copy of Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It, so stay tuned to find out how to win later.
Tip number 1 is native content. Now, this is probably one of the biggest lessons we've learned from Gary, and it's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make on social media. So what does that mean? Well, it means you're creating content contextualized for the platform, and you're playing by every platform's rules. So for example, on Facebook, a lot of times people want to send viewers over to their YouTube channel to get more subscribers. Here's the thing. Did you know that when you post links to YouTube videos in Facebook posts, Facebook destroys the reach? Why? Because Facebook doesn't want people leaving Facebook. That principle applies across the boards. Most platforms usually don't want you to send people away. And so we've really learned from Gary that you want to create content that is meant for that platform and play by that platform's rules.
Tip number 2, always lead with value first. Now, this is so important because everybody wants attention on social media, right? But the people that are gonna get it the most are people that are thinking like, how can I help the person at the other end, right? The end user. How am I gonna benefit their life? Whether entertaining them, whether, answering a question, updating on the news, right? I come from a recipe and food background. How can I help them cook better food? I always came from it from a value first standpoint because so many people aren't thinking that way, right? The value comes secondary to their more personal, like selfish reasons that they're on social media.
And one of Gary's kind of taglines is 51-49. It's just always making sure that you're giving more than you're taking. Our heart here on Video Influencers, very much shaped by that mentality, is we have a book coming out that we would love for you to support. We'll have digital courses and other training, live events that we'd love for you to support. But our hope is that always you get more value than we ever take, 51-49. And honestly, the biggest mistake that we see creators make, whether it's podcasting or on YouTube, is actually monetizing too early. Now, we make all these videos about how to make money on YouTube or how to make money with a small channel, and we think that's important, and we think you can start early. However, we've really learned from Gary that it's good to hold off as long as possible. And for example, on Video Influencers, we had this channel running for almost 1.5 years, maybe 100 videos we uploaded before we turned on YouTube ads. Now, we're not saying you should do that, but that was the mentality that we captured, thinking, how can we hold off going for the kill, if you will, going for making money, to just add massive value, to build trust first so people can get to know us and not have that barrier of like, oh, you guys are just salesmen or something like that.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll add to this is, even when you're doing the call to action, right? Or you're gonna sell something or finally promote something, still value first. When we are talking about something we wanna promote, we always think, how do I add value before I do the ask? For example, if we're gonna promote our book, we'll do it within a video where we're actually saying, giving you 3 tips, and then we'll talk about our book. Again, value first is the name of the game to having success on social media, especially when you're first starting out.
Lesson number 3 is patience and playing the long game. And I think this lesson is so important in today's world where we're so used to getting everything fast. Our Uber comes really fast. We have movies streaming to our phone in an instant. So sometimes it's deceiving because we think that success can happen fast. And while we do think that the internet can make success happen faster than ever before, great things still take time. and patience. And we're not just talking about a few months, maybe not even just a few years, but things take multiple years to build if you want to have massive impact. And we also love this because you want to be patient, of course, in monetizing and building your brand and putting out quality content and leveling up your skills, but also patient in potentially asking for something from your audience. Gary's been so huge about never wanting to sell out, sell short, try to do a short-term brand deal at the expense or compromise of long-term reputation. That if you're playing this game, always play for legacy over currency.
Absolutely. And if you know anything about Gary, you know he always talks about hustle. But this is the thing, it's easy to hustle for a week, a month, even a few months, but can you hustle for a year? Can you hustle for a few years and not get the return, that everybody's expecting, like the big wins? But that hustle is only part of it. That long game and the hustle throughout that few years is what's gonna give you not only the reward or the return on your investment. That's where you're gonna learn the lessons, the foundational principles that you're gonna know and understand that's gonna lead you to success on social media and just in your business in general. So that's just a few tips that we've learned from Gary about how to crush it on social media. Thank you, Gary, for everything that you've taught us, that we've learned and applied to our business here on YouTube. Influencers, if you wanna win this copy of Crushing It, signed by Gary, there's 3 things you need to do. If you're not already, subscribe, hit that like button, and let us know what's your favorite social media platform and why down in the comments below.
And honestly, we recommend all of Gary's books. We've read all of them over the years, and if you really want to level up in business and in social media, definitely check them out. So we'll put a link to them in the description below. We recommend Crushing It, Ask Gary V, Thank You Economy, Jab, 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 Right Hook. They're seriously all really good, and I've been checking out the audiobook of Crushing It lately, which is kind of cool because he always ad-libs and adds some extra insights and tips, and you can do it on the go in your earbuds and your headphones while you're doing your day-to-day tasks. You can also level up your social media.
Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't, subscribe and hit the bell.
And if you want to check out Benji's interview with Gary, click or tap the screen right there. For another video from Video Influencers, click or tap the screen right there.
As always, we're helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online videos. See you on the next upload.